I haven't finished the entirety of my fic.
That's fine.
So I was like, James was like, oh, shall we review all of your chapters and episodes? I was like, yeah. We'll get to that bridge later.
I was trying to give you an out there, to be honest, Grace.
Oh dear. So yes, dear listener, the shipping forecast is a meticulously researched professional piece of podcast of the podcast world.
Okay. And I need another intro. Anything fun you guys can think I could say?
No, you're boring.
Oh, fuck off.
You're boring. Every single intro's been pretty boring. It's just been like, hello, we are the podcast.
I kind of...
Hello, everybody. We like flowers and kittens, and now we're going to talk to you about absolutely disgusting, degrading, derogatory. Oh,
Well, I think Grace has done the intro for me there.
Welcome to hell.
Welcome. Well, this isn't hell. This is the shipping forecast. Welcome.
This is what hell's like today. It's got 40 degrees because it's winter.
There's another intro we could try.
Yeah? Tell you what. You keep that under your hat, and you can do the intro next time, and that'll spice it up a bit. How does that sound?
Oh,
it was
right.
literally just going to be me screaming, shipping forecast, make some fucking noise.
Oh, God.
Sure, we'll do that next time, if we remember.
Yeah, okay.
Scream if you want to go faster.
Tell us about your porn. Okay, so Grace, you're going to tell us about a Roomba today?
Oh no, I've just realised. Oh, bad news, fellas. I've realised. So I started reading this fic, and I was going through it, and it's been quite amusing. It's basically about a Roomba becoming Crowley's familiar and living with him and Aziraphale. Yeah?
Okay.
And what I've noticed right at the top, which I didn't notice before, I've made the same mistake as Nick, and I've just read it right there, staring me in the face, is rating. General audiences. I'm just... Oh, no wonder they were only spooning. It's fucking horrendous.
I mean, we don't have to exclusively cover explicit fanfiction.
But we should, because it's hilarious.
I was going to say, then what's the fucking
I tell
point?
you what.
Yeah.
Fine. Next time we dish out the fix, I'll make sure you have something truly degenerate.
Yeah.
Okay? Just to make up for
Yeah,
it.
it kills...
Because it's only really been me this time that's had something really filthy. And even that wasn't that filthy.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, but next time I see something gross, you'll get the grossest one.
Nice. I mean...
I'd shake on it if we were in the same room.
It's funny because like I'm saying, oh yeah, great, and then like when it actually comes to actually
Yeah,
doing
be careful
it, I
what you
kind
wish
of
for.
like recoil on myself. Like, what have I done?
It's too late to go back now.
Yeah, that's the problem we've got. We've kind of gone from the sort of shock and awe of the earlier episodes into just like Mothers Meeting Book Club.
You're both so jaded. I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. We'll see how it goes.
Oh
Right.
God.
So yeah, Grace, tell us about the Roomba.
Okay.
I should probably get the fic up as well. Could you post a link in the chat, or I can scroll up if need be.
You scroll up. So I'm currently reading.
What's it called? Oh, Roomba of Doom.
Yeah, it's called
Found
The
it.
Roomba of Doom, and it's by Gay Demonic Disaster. Brackets Scrap Heap Challenge. So I reckon they've like a bunch of degenerates have gotten together, or maybe not in this case degenerates, because obviously it's a general audience's rating.
So Grace, I'm just gonna put my foot down here and say this. There is nothing degenerate about Scrap Heap Challenge. Scrap Heap Challenge is amazing, and I want them to bring it back.
Yeah, agreed.
So,
No,
yeah.
Scrap Heap Challenge in this does not mean the Scrap Heap Challenge we know and love, but it is mentioned in this.
Oh, good.
And without further ado, you have 5 hours remaining, teams. 5 hours.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Okay, so what happens? Grace?
Fucking hell.
Grace?
What?
What happens? What happens in the show?
Okay, hang on. So the pause is me trying to read my own handwriting because you told me
right.
to make notes, and in fact you probably just made my job harder.
You could have typed your notes
Fuck
up or something.
typing notes! I hate computers so much.
Get Google Docs on your phone.
Oh,
and
Google
just-
Docs doesn't like me. Nothing about Google likes me at all. Like the stuff I put into it, it's just like, no, I don't like you. Like I've got
the algorithm just decided, like, no.
the FBI
you're
is
not gonna
like,
work for
limit
her.
this person's usage.
That wouldn't surprise me one bit.
And it's usually stuff you've sent me, James, right? It's usually
Yeah,
some
yeah, it
bullshit you've just said there. Oi, Grace, look at this. I'm like, oh, God. What the fuck is this?
So,
Okay.
after that tirade from our resident Luddite, let's carry on.
Okay. So it pretty much starts off with Aziraphale and Crowley spooning, just in case anyone's wondering, for the most raunchiest bit. Aziraphale is the big spoon. Way, okay. But yeah, no mention of
that's in-
forking or anything.
That's actually... Hold on. That's actually interesting, because Aziraphale, in the 2 fics we've seen of the romance, they've both had Aziraphale as the big spoon.
Or the...
Because he's the same in the
Yeah, or
feeders.
the
Normally,
character.
I'd see them the other way around. Aziraphale strikes me as a little spoon kind of guy.
It's the belly.
Well, I suppose it's, different to what happens on the streets and between the sheets, I suppose. So,
I suppose so. Yeah. But it's just an interesting observation.
Yeah, I'd have put Crowley down as being the top, but oh well.
Yeah, Crowley is typically the
Here-
top, or that's how I imagine them.
Seems not so much of a bad boy. Okay. Despite being a fucking demon. Okay, right. So, Aziraphale pretty much just wakes up to this like whirring, beeping noise in his in the bedroom, and he looks down, and boom, behold, it's a Roomba with googly eyes on it, just like whirring about the place. And he's just like, what the fuck's this? And Crowley sees it, and he like flips his shit. He's like, he shouts at the Roomba, tells it to get the fuck out, apologises to Aziraphale, and he says, sorry, he's a nosy little bastard, dirty little voyeur, and he sort of like rambles on. And so it's like, okay, what do you mean? And he's like, oh yeah, they clarify that the Roomba is sentient, and his name is Bob.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so yeah, kind of adorable, kind of weird. Yeah.
Honestly, if I had a Roomba, I'd put googly eyes on it too, and treat it as if it's sentient. But Roombas are adorable.
I find it funny that people, like, despite them designed to clean your house, people think they need to scatter bits of dirt on their
treat them as
carpet
pets.
to feed
Yeah.
them.
It's that's a weird thing, giving like personalities and stuff to inanimate
Inanimate
objects.
objects.
It's
yeah.
like, do you remember when when Curiosity went down?
Yes. That was sad, and you can't
I
tell
know,
me
I
Just
have-
a fucking robot.
I know, but
Yeah, but he sang.
I know.
He sings on his birthday and he's
That's
dead.
it. He sings on his birthday, despite there being nobody around to hear it. The fucking camera on
Yeah.
him doesn't even have a microphone, so he can't even hear himself sing.
Oh.
Hear himself sing. He's a robot.
And yet his last
Stop it, Nick. I'm
He's
going to tear up.
programmed to do it because a bunch of people with emotions thought, oh, this will be fucking heartbreaking for all the idiots out there who think it's a...
You don't have a heart,
Yes,
Grace.
and...
his last
Just
message.
want to get that out
His
there.
last message to Earth was, "My batteries are dead and it's going dark." I was in bits. I wasn't even as in bits.
It's going dark.
Yeah, I honestly,
Not there's a light at the end of the tunnel.
yeah,
'Cause
it's
then I
going
thought
dark.
it'd be a-
Honestly, I haven't been this in bits about an inanimate object since my stepdad sold his Jag when I was a teenager and replaced it with a diesel S-Class. I've never been that in...
Of course, that's
Yeah,
the
of course. I've never been that in bits about an inanimate object since that time.
And you were 19.
Is, is this why you've got such a weird obsession with cars? You're just constantly trying to replace this Jaguar.
They're trying to get the Jag back. One day you'll see him in the scrapyard and you'll just be like, oh, old friend.
Yeah.
Okay, tell us about this adorable anonymous object, the Roomba.
Okay, so it then pans back to to how Crowley was just like minding his own business, trying to fuck up the tube station's card machines, and suddenly he feels himself like being pulled and sort of summoned into another room, and he finds himself in this random living room with like a load of magazines out, like Witch Daily, or like all stuff about the occult, like Wiccan Daily, I think.
Oh.
And like under his feet is like a rug with an Ouija board on it. And he's looking about going, okay, there's no one around. Who the fuck summoned me? Come out. And then he looks down and there's a fucking Roomba just like bumping into the table and whirring about the place. And he's just like, oh, alright. So,
that's lovely.
The Roomba summoned him. That's adorable.
The Roomba summoned him.
Do you know what? That passage where he's looking at the Roomba,
this is really cute.
Yeah, that's very Douglas Adams. That I like that. I really like that. I could see that written in the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. That.
And Pratchett's very Douglas Adams himself, so this is kind of appropriate.
So yeah, he doesn't quite. I don't think it quite clicks that it was the Roomba that summoned him. So he's just like helping himself to this person's like drinks cabinet, waiting because he's got nothing to do until like he's there to fulfill a contract, and so he's got to actually be released from his summon if he wants to go again. So he is just passing time until the person pops out or the Roomba gives him directions.
Sorry, I'm just reading ahead. I just saw there's a reference to Short Circuit.
There is! Fucking Johnny 5! Jesus, wet.
Number 5 is alive, the TV announced.
Oh my word. I haven't seen that movie in years.
Yeah, that's a blast from the past.
This is clearly written by an English person, isn't it? Like, it just is. Either way, I think he sort of... the problem is that the device had no way to like demand anything of him. So
I see.
So he sort of like puts on the Golden Girls, lounges back.
Okay.
What else?
I'm just curious what Talisker is.
It's a beer in it. Hang on.
Oh, okay.
It's a whiskey.
It's a whiskey. There we go.
Scottish single malt.
If the makers of Talisker would like to sponsor the shipping podcast, then please get in touch.
Either way, so the Roomba disengages from its charging point with an aura of resigned reluctance and ambled over to the Ouija board. He went for one letter, paused, flashed, went to another, paused, flashed, and carried on as Crowley watched it intrigued. It spelled out, "What are you doing? Get off my floor. I just vacuumed there." And Crowley just looking at it like, what the fuck is this? And he like tries to communicate with it, what should I call you? Do you have a name? And the Roomba like thinks for a minute, starts flashing different patterns. It spins around and went to the letter B, then O, then B, and Flash spun round to face it. Bob. His name's fucking Bob. And the Roomba like flashed at him, kind of rolling his eyes. "Okay, Bob, what do you want? I'm stuck here until you tell me what you want." And so the Roomba makes some demands. And he wants a home. He wants floors. No carpet. No pets. No kids.
Yeah, that's fair.
And, looking about, there's cat hair on the sofa, there's some toys in a box all over the fucking place, and And
So
you know,
Bob isn't happy with all that.
no, he's not. And so Crowley makes him an offer. He's like, okay, look, my place is concrete floors, no carpets anywhere, no pets, definitely no kids. Not much furniture to get in the way either. Easy to clean if I take you home with me. Will you release me from my obligation? It will, however, mean that your newfound soul belongs to me for all eternity. Bob sits there and he thinks for a bit, and then, he agrees. And so they both materialise back to Crowley's Mayfair apartment. And, he makes him at home, puts the charging port somewhere, and they just... Yeah. Gives him some
This is
rules.
adorable.
Yeah. and he goes and draws the alphabet on the floor so he can communicate with him. Yeah.
That's clever.
Yep.
So I see there's an illustration here attached.
I'm going to click it.
Yeah, I'm going to
click it.
That's adorable.
What is it? I haven't seen it.
It's Bob taking a plant for a tour of what I assume is the apartment.
Oh, that comes later.
Oh, right.
It's odd that they've put it here then, but yeah, I love this fic already.
This has made up for Taylor Swift, and we're not
even
like halfway through it yet.
I know, right?
Okay, and so it carries on, and this is where it starts going into random sort of like one-shot drabbles of situations that happen with the Roomba and Crowley and Aziraphale. So yeah, you're getting a nice slice of life with the demonic possessed Roomba.
So this is the first time this has happened in all of the fics we covered so far. I'm gonna read these on my own later on.
Fuck's
like
sake.
the ones we don't cover, I'm gonna read because this is great.
Nice, I like it.
God.
I'm loving the last paragraph of that chapter.
Which one's that?
Crowley, why is there a plant on Bob?
Oh.
And then, this is it. It's been a good
Why
plant.
was that?
Good plants get to go for a drive. Gives the others something to strive for. You said I should be.
You said I should be nicer to them.
And then he's. Of course, then he turns around, yells at the other plants. You see this? This is what happens when you do a good job. You get a new car. Don't do a good job, and the rest of you lot get put in the garbage disposal unit.
Oh, God.
The angel rolled his eyes and went back to his book, pushing a little bit of raspberry Danish to one side of his plate to drop on the floor for Bob later.
Yeah.
So Aziraphale's just feeding Bob, like dropping little crumbs on the floor, just like, here you go.
Yeah, he comes back later, and the next episode is like giving him popcorn, and he gets sort of caught by Crowley, and Crowley's like, "Stop it! You'll fucking spoil him. He's a little shit, Oh God. Yeah, and they sit together watching Scrap Heap Challenge.
That's where it comes in. So what chapter is this?
This is chapter 2.
Okay, cool.
What did I tell you about spoiling him, Angel? And he's like, oh, there's an accident. Didn't mean to drop program on it. And he's like, this program doesn't seem to be your cup of tea, Angel. And he's like, oh, Bob picked it, not me. Bob's watching Scrap Heap Challenge, not Aziraphale.
It seems easier to just go along with.
Yeah.
Oh, for God's sake.
How does he swap it back? Does he like have a...
I don't know.
Every time I change the channel, he beeps and
so
swaps
I
it.
think, honestly, at this point, because he's like a familiar of a demon, he's got powers.
Oh, maybe.
Like...
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. This is incredibly wholesome, and I encourage all of our listeners just to go and read this for yourself.
Yeah, it is good. I think when we get to the sort of more hardcore stuff, we should use this as like a mind bleach.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. We come back and we read a chapter of the Roomba of Doom.
Yeah, just the Roomba having a good time.
Yeah.
Chapter 3 takes a new turn where.
Oh no! Is he okay?
No.
No, listen. All right, fucking listen. Calm your tits. Calm your tits. It's like. Yeah, this is where it turns into a hate fic and like
No
the Roomba
way!
dies.
No!
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Oh, thank God.
Not yet. Anyway, there's
Just
always time. There's always time for tragedy.
Hang on
What?
a minute. Hang on a
What?
minute. I'm just
on chapter 2. On chapter 3. Talk us through it, Grace.
I'll talk.
Have you read the summary? Read the summary.
Oh, okay. I'll read the summary. Bob's viewing habits have inspired him to seek his 15 minutes of fame. Guest appearance by another former Red Dwarf actor. Okay, I think I can see where this is going.
Yeah, you can. So.
Yeah, scroll down. It's going exactly where you want it to.
Tell us about chapter 3.
Okay, so Aziraphale walks back into the Mayfair flat, and he's like shrugging, he's shrugging off his jacket and all that stuff. And he sees Bob trundle by, and there's something on his back. It's not a plant this time, and he's very, very shocked. And he goes, "Crowley, yeah, why is Bob wearing a chainsaw?" So yeah, he's now been kitted up with a fucking chainsaw. Does this room? It's like, and Crowley explains, "Oh well, 1, he asked for it. 2, I made him promise to help threatening the plants with it if I let him play with it. And 3, he wants to practice.
Practice?
Practice. He likes Robot Wars and asked if he could audition." Crowley, you can't let your child go on that dreadful TV show with a chainsaw. He's just a vacuum cleaner. At this, Bob beeped indignantly and read the chainsaw in Angel's direction. He flinched and hopped onto the couch. God's sake.
I think I would too with a Roomba with a chainsaw.
Oh God, he'll be annihilated. Not with the upgrades I've given him, he won't. What upgrades? Hey Bob, show Uncle Aziraphale the Hellfire mod. Yeah! Don't worry, it's just regular fire, not actual fire.
Don't worry, it's just regular fire.
Yeah. You're no fun. Besides, now he's also useful as a form of home defense against burglars.
God, just imagine breaking into a house and this is Roomba.
Oh,
This is Roomba with a flamethrower on it,
and
just
a
chasing you
and
down.
a chainsaw.
And a chainsaw. You wouldn't even get to see the chainsaw. The fire just like... Oh, this is perfect.
Oh, good
Oh
grief.
God! Either way, so they go on to Scrap Heap Challenge, and like he's giving him a little bit of a pep talk. Okay, reckon you're ready, buddy. You want to ride in the car? Yeah, hop in the car. All right, none of that. In the Bentley though, you'll be grounded. Behave, okay? Because like, don't shoot flames at it. Uncle Aziraphale is coming along so he can pretend to man the controls with me. But it's all up to you. Just take it easy with the house robot, Sir Kill-A-Lot and Matilda especially. Don't let them chop bits off you. I've made you immune to fire, but it won't be realistic for you to be completely invulnerable to everything. Just try to take damage on the super sacrificial panels I've given you. Okay?
Oh, I hope there's art of this.
God.
This is crossover fic of the year right here.
Do you remember, Nick, when you said we couldn't beat the Brown Ascension?
Well,
I think
we
we've finally
fucking
done it. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Outstanding.
Oh, this is excellent.
I feel like we need... Do you remember on Top Gear where they used to have the cool wall? I don't know if they still do.
Oh,
Yeah.
I remember that.
Where they just have like the rank... I think we should do the same but with these fics.
Yeah.
Maybe with like a board and we just kind of place them on different bits.
Yeah, that'd be good. And then you know how they had like
Oh no! Oh, I've given him
Sorry, Grace?
titanium panels, some carbon fibre,
Ah!
plastic parts, and a bit of Kevlar to wrap round other bits. Fuck's sake! Fuck's
So,
sake.
For those listening at home, I won't go into too much detail, but Grace works with carbon fibre quite often. And you've always been quite upset by the use of carbon fibre in fiction, haven't you?
Mainly in John Wick, where like they shot
Yeah.
at a bit of uncooked carbon fibre, and like the bullet just sort of stuck to it instead of going through one fucking layer of it, and I was like, no. And then like carbon fibre catches fire, and it's like, don't put it around electrical parts that you're bringing into a scrap heap challenge. Not a scrap heap challenge, a fucking robot wars. It'll just go to bits. Oh.
Well, luckily the Dumba is immune to fire, so
Yeah, I guess
he'll
so.
be fine.
Like, it's
but
the
in real
titanium
life-
panels that are gonna do all the work, really.
Mm. That's true. We don't get to see much of the fight by the looks of it, but
Oh no, you do. Oh, only a little bit. Like.
oh,
So
okay.
it's kind of consists of anything bad happening to the robot. Like they perform tiny miracles and interventions and shit. Like
That's not fair.
I know. Like at one point, Matilda bullsed him over a flame pit, but the plucky little vacuum cleaner laughed it off. The lights flashing red. It charged straight back. Oh, well, hang on. You know, if I can hold Matilda over the flame pit instead until her wiring melted and she
It
stopped
sounds
moving.
like he's jousting Matilda with two chainsaws.
Pretty much, like, oh, yeah.
I'm absolutely loving this. Two beings who have power over heaven and earth and hell. Setting aside their
Going on robot wars.
setting aside their differences to go fuck up some metal on
To
robot wars.
co-parent a contestant.
to co-parent a Roomba.
Oh.
Yeah, I was going to suggest we save these as palette cleansers and maybe do like 10 minutes of it at the end of episodes in the future. Like, if something's too weird and we need a palette cleanser,
Yeah.
Okay.
we could continue with the Roomba of Doom,
Okay.
which I'm finding lovely.
Yeah, that's it.
There's 15 chapters and they are continuing, so yeah, I think that could work for this.
Okay.
That's, yeah, I think it's the first fic that we've found that should be savoured and enjoyed.
Yes.
Because
And-
That's a feat in itself, isn't it?
I know, it's
And I
amazing.
don't want to speak for you guys, but I get the feeling this is the first fic that we'll universally agree on that it's a really good fic.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah. So me and Nick agreed on the Brown Ascension, but Grace didn't.
Well,
Yeah, I mean,
obviously.
This
'cause
is
why the fuck you agreed on that piece of garbage?
so
in the
good.
first place? Beyond anyone. It's not.
It's lore consistent.
It's not good in the slightest.
It's not as good as this.
It
I'm
gave me
sorry.
a hernia.
I'm sorry, Brown Ascension. Maybe if you update, maybe we'll change the things.
this
but
is the
we'll
thing though.
see.
This is exactly the same quality as the Brown Ascension, but without the shitting.
No,
Yeah.
it's not. This is better than the Brown Ascension because it. Oh,
Because there's
God.
no shitting.
And it's
Yeah,
not
because-
Doctor Who.
See, that's your bias. You don't like Doctor Who.
I used to not mind Doctor Who, but it got worse and worse and worse. It's like, oh.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. Anyway,
And
shall we do?
And it revolves around probably one of the most shittest characters they've ever created. So.
Moving on,
Whoa.
Grace,
Oh,
before
sorry.
we
Forgot to mention
before we
that
start a fight.
it's your crush. You have a
How
big.
dare you.
You have a big old crush on Clara. Yeah.
Oh, she's dreamy.
They're
No.
big words for somebody within Molotov cocktail distance.
She's not in cocktail distance. We're still under lockdown, and I'm a terrible throw. So.
I know, but
Okay.
I can drive down there.
Hey, yes, we can
Oh,
do
dear.
a drive-by at Grace's house with this in Clara.
Yeah, that's it.
No.
I mean,
We just pick up her cat as we're done, like, aha,
No.
freedom. Oh, that's the bit you object to.
no, hang on a minute. You pick up the cat and 30 quid for the fine that we're going to get
What?
for being
Oh
out.
yeah, for social
Yeah, for
distancing.
being out without a good enough reason.
Fuck's sake.
I think dissing Clara is a fairly strong reason for.
I know, I can picture it now.
I'm sure the police will understand.
We're pulled over at the side of the road. What seems to be the problem? What seems to be the problem, officer? Where are you going? Have you got a good enough reason for being out? Yeah,
someone was talking smack on the internet.
Yes, so I'm off to firebomb her house.
Carry on.
Why? She was so.
She's pretty. That's
Is that it?
Well, there's other things too.
Oh, there isn't other things, is there? She's just like.
It's actually, while we're on the subject,
she's not well written.
The
Let's be honest.
the best.
She's
modern
there
companion.
to be peppy. Huh?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, while we're on this subject, the best modern companion there has ever been has been Catherine Tate.
Yeah, definitely. Like, probably
I
most
really like Rory Williams.
grounded,
and Rory
genuinely.
Williams.
Yeah, they were three-dimensional characters. Like, fucking hell.
Anyway, back to Roomba of Doom. Shall we do a provisional rating for this?
Yeah.
Okay, so, Grace, lore consistency. Do you think this fit in... Could this fit in with Good Omens itself?
Yeah, quite easily.
Yeah. So out of 5, what do you reckon?
Yeah, 5.
Okay. Is it romantic, wholesome? It is wholesome, I would say. It wasn't sexy, so that's... Yeah.
I'd say it's pretty. It's so vague, I mean, yeah, sure, it's wholesome.
Okay. Wholesome 5?
Yeah, go on.
Cool. Lastly, were you disturbed by it at all?
I don't know, I'm starting to wonder, should I be disturbed by a demonic Roomba? Like, should I be disturbed by any of it? Probably. I mean,
I'm a little bit scared of the idea of this thing coming to life. But so far he's been cute, so...
apart from he's now, like, joining Crowley and, like, murdering plants.
Oh, well, yeah, there is that.
Yeah. Oh, and probably the bit I didn't mention earlier, that he's, like, flipping through a Dirty Curries magazine.
I'm looking forward to that. That sounds hilarious.
Like, they need to give him the talk. Like...
So, lastly, and I think I already know the answer, did you enjoy it, Grace?
Yes, I enjoyed it.
Nick?
Yeah, it's a 6 out of 5.
Yeah, no-brainer.
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying this. I'm probably going to go and read more of it after we finish today.
Yeah, crossover fic of the year. So, Gay Demonic Disaster Scrap Heap Challenge, thank you very much.
Yes, outstanding.
Yeah.
You are in the Hall of Fame of the Shipping Forecast's favourite fic writers.
We should probably make a haul.
We could do with making a haul.
Who's got a spare hall in their house to, like, picture frame, like, shit?
Hang on,
probably you, Nick.
We could do with a vaguely nautical name for it.
What?
Oh, I don't know.
A vaguely nautical name for the hall.
Well, because we're the Shipping Forecast.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
The Lighthouse.
Yeah, it could be the lighthouse.
You're on the lighthouse wall.
Yeah, you could be on the lighthouse wall.
Cool. Yeah, that works nicely.
Yeah.
So we have Gay Demonic Disaster, and I'm blanking on who wrote the Brown Ascension.
We'd like
Satan.
to remind our listeners that...
It wasn't Satan.
Yes, it was. It was just under a pen name.
It was actually...
Regret Pile, that was it.
Yeah, Regret Pile, that was it. We'd like to...
So Regret Pile and Gay Demonic Disaster are on the Lighthouse Wall of Fame.
Excellent.
Congratulations.
Yeah, well done. You're on the Lighthouse Wall of Fame. Just on the room below the top, which is where the
Indeed.
yeah, just
where the
below
light shines, because there's only darkness beneath.
Actually,
Exactly.
It's actually I think we should move Regret Pile to the Lighthouse Outhouse because it would be more fitting.
Touche.
Do they have outhouses?
Well,
Or is
you
it
know what I mean.
Some of them must have done.
Oh,
Is it
sure.
not
Though I
all been
wouldn't-
built in the tower? Like, there's a lot of room. Like,
I mean, I wouldn't want to go poo outside if I was
There
a
are
lighthouse
living
keeper.
quarters.
Yeah,
in
that's
a-
true.
there are
Like
living
in all the
quarters.
storms and everything.
Yeah, there are living quarters in a lighthouse. Like, there's a bathroom.
Right. Okay.
Also, although if you're living on a cliff face, like, you could just have a chamber pot and chuck it outside and all and yell at you because it go into the sea.
That's true.
It's oddly enough, they never really explained that part of the process in Portland Bill.
Is that the bit you tuned in for? Like, so what do they do with the shit in a
what do
lighthouse? And you watched it all, and they never answered your question.
Yeah, how do they go?
You've just unlocked something from my childhood there.
Yeah, Portland Bill, fucking hell.
I don't know what it is.
Oh,
It's,
it was a cartoon, wasn't it?
It wasn't a cartoon.
Was this like Postman Pat for Northerners or something?
Yeah, it was basically,
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
yeah, it was basically in the style of Postman Pat, but
Oh shit, was it?
yeah, but Portland Bill lived in a lighthouse with two other people whose names I'm blanking on.
Oh god.
Yeah, The Adventures of Portland Bill.
Yeah, Portland Bill. There we go.
Yeah, it wasn't a cartoon. It. I don't know how to describe that kind of animation.
Stop
It's like the
animation.
Clangers.
Yeah, it was sort of claymation, wasn't it?
Yeah, sort of stop motion with
Stop
puppets.
animation.
Yeah, here we go. The Adventures of Portland Bill. There we go. Yeah, British stop motion animated children's television series made in 1983. It's set in a fictional lighthouse on the Guillemot Rock, just off the coast from the fictional village of McGillicuddy.
Right.
If you look at Bill, he is just Postman Pat wearing some cotton wool.
Can you put a picture up so I can see this knobhead?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, he is.
Hold on. Yeah, that's just Postman Pat in like a judge's wig. Here you go. Made of like cotton.
He is. With
Oh god! Oh god, it is! He's
Yeah.
that's it.
It's
Well, there goes my childhood.
It's his cousin, Bill, works in a lighthouse.
Postman Pat for Northern. That's brilliant.
Yeah, there it is. It's what makes.
I mean, it aired all over Britain, but
It's what makes it really good is I'm sure Portland Bill is a lighthouse, and his
yeah, it
assistants.
is. I found that when I was googling.
Yeah, his assistants Ross and Cromarty. They're like different areas of the Highlands in Scotland. And of course,
Yeah, that makes sense.
there's Dogger, his dog.
Yeah.
Dogger Bank. You know.
Dogger?
Yeah.
Are you joking? They're called the dog.
Yeah,
Dogger.
I've seen
Dogger.
that now.
Yeah.
Oh god,
no.
that was a mistake.
It was the.
Anyway, before we get too sidetracked
Jess didn't
talking
have this
about,
problem. No,
Yeah.
I want to quickly tie it back in.
we need to say goodbye. Then we'll stop. Oh, okay, if you can tie this in, sure.
I can very vaguely tie this in with the fact that obviously Bob is a cousin of Postman Pat, and Postman Pat got a movie where David Tennant Crowley played the villain.
Oh, I forgot David Tennant was the villain.
He
in
wanted to
Postman Pat.
take over the Royal Mail with robots.
Oh, hold on, hasn't that happened?
Yeah.
Because the Royal Mail's been privatised.
Damn you, Crowley!
So David Tennant has won.
Yeah.
Ah! How dare he?
You're welcome.
Oh, fucking hell.
Well, I'm sad we ended on this note.
No, you're not. It was
Thanks for
fantastic.
listening. I mean, I'm glad I've heard about my childhood. I'm sad that David Tennant has defeated the post office.
Postman Pat, red is black and white cat.
That will give us ideas for potentially a future episode. But
Hey, yeah, maybe there's a crossover thing.
for Postman Pat, could be.
And Good Omens.
Ugh.
So, yeah, thanks for listening.
We don't know why you carry on listening to us, but we appreciate it
But
anyway.
we're glad you do.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, see you next time when either I'm going to talk about sorority girls or Nick's going to talk about Queen. So just another average day, really.
I'd
yes.
rather just skip sorority girls to go straight on Animal Crossing because it sounds like.
Shh.
But you know,
We
that's
haven't
just me.
decided,
Yeah.
but maybe. We could do that. We'll see. But yeah, thanks for listening, and see you next time.
Yeah, thank you. Please send money.
Good night.